Welcome to the deep dive. We're getting ready for race weekend number 7 of the Formula One season.
Yeah, F1 is back in Europe.
Exactly, the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix 2025. It's happening at the classic Autodromo Enzo Edino Ferrari in Imola.
That's right, May 16th to 18th. And well, after the start we've had this year, there's a lot to talk about.
Oh, absolutely. 6 races down and things look, well, different at the top.
Mm-hmm. Imola, such a historic place. It's going to be a really key test, I think. Will these early trends stick, or, can the usual frontrunners fight back?
Okay, let's jump right into those standings then. Leading the way after that really strong win in Miami is Oscar Piastri.
Yep, 131 points.
And right behind him, showing some amazing consistency, is his McLaren teammate, Lando Norris.
The McLaren 1-2 in the championship right now.
Then George Russell holding on to 3rd, and then you find Max Verstappen, the reigning champ, down in 4th. It's quite a change from what we're used to seeing, isn't it?
It really is. And what's, really striking is the momentum McLaren has clearly got.
It's definitely.
Piastri's wins, 4 of them now, 3 in a row.
Yeah.
That's not just luck. And Norris has been right there grabbing points, making the most of it.
Yeah, both of them leading the championship. It says a lot about where McLaren are right now.
Absolutely. And think about it. Only Norris and Verstappen have won the other 2 races.
Yeah.
It just highlights this shift.
Right.
We're seeing Red Bull struggling in a way we haven't for a while, which is surprising.
Yeah, very surprising.
Could it be, big upgrades from McLaren?
Yeah.
Maybe engine performance? That's what everyone's asking heading to Imola.
It definitely makes you wonder. And the fight just behind them is super tight, too.
Oh, yeah.
Charles Leclerc, Kimi Antonelli, and Lewis Hamilton, they're all bunched up. Just 12 points separating them.
Wow, that's close.
Then you got Alex Albon rounding out the top 10 with Esteban Ocon and Lance Stroll actually tied on points just behind him. That midfield is packed.
And that Leclerc-Antonelli-Hamilton battle.
Yeah.
That's going to be fascinating to watch, isn't it?
For sure.
You've got Leclerc, Ferrari driver, probably very motivated. Antonelli, the young gun with all his buzz around him. And then Lewis, well, he's Lewis.
7-time champ, yeah.
Exactly. So much experience. Imola's demanding. It rewards being precise. Mistakes cost you. So watching how their strategies play out, how their cars handle the track, yeah, that'll be key.
And then looking at the Spanish drivers, kind of a mixed bag so far.
Right.
Carlos Sainz, he got 9th in Miami, which puts him 13th overall with 7 points. But Fernando Alonso, still looking for his first points this season.
Yeah, the pressure must be building there for Fernando, right?
I think so.
I mean, for a driver like him, 0 points after 6 races, that's unusual. You start asking questions.
Uh-huh.
Is the Aston Martin maybe not suited to the first few circuits?
Could be.
Perhaps Imola, maybe a bit more downforce needed there. Maybe that plays to their strengths a bit more. We know Fernando's experience is huge. He'll be pushing the team hard to find a setup.
He'll be desperate to get off the mark.
Definitely. And for Carlos, those points in Miami, that's a good step. He'll want to build on that at Imola.
So, okay, the main goal for us in this deep dive today is pretty clear, right? We want to give you a really good overview of what to expect from the Imola GP.
Mm-hmm.
We'll break down these key stories, make sure you know how to follow everything, and this big question floating around, is this McLaren dominance the start of something new?
Yeah, that's the underlying thing we're exploring here. Let's dig into that McLaren performance a bit more.
Okay.
It's not just the wins. It's the consistent speed they've shown on different kinds of tracks. That 1-2 in Miami, that was a big statement.
Switched gears.
But Imola, like we said, it's different. It needs a very specific setup. You need that balance, right? Downforce for the twisty bits, but enough speed for the straights.
Finding that sweet spot.
Exactly. That aerodynamic setup, adjusting wings, body work, controlling airflow for grip, it's crucial at Imola.
Yeah.
So, yeah, McLaren have momentum, but we need to see how their approach works on this specific track.
That's a really good point about Imola's unique nature. So how do you see this potential change in who's fastest? How does that affect Imola specifically? Are McLaren just the clear favorites now?
Well, their form makes them strong contenders, obviously. But you absolutely cannot count out Red Bull or Ferrari.
No, not yet.
Imola's layout might just suit a different car philosophy better. Teams will be working flat out in practice to get that setup right.
Those practice sessions will be important, though.
Very. Even with McLaren looking strong, one small mistake in strategy or getting the setup slightly wrong, they could open the door right up for their rivals. We'll get a much better idea after FP1 and FP2.
Okay, let's go back to that midfield fight. Leclerc, Antonelli, Hamilton. What makes that particular battle so interesting to watch?
It's just a great mix, isn't it? You got Leclerc driving for Ferrari at a home race. Huge motivation there.
Right, the Tifosi will be out in force.
Then Antonelli, this super talented rookie, loads of pressure on him to lure against the big names. And Lewis, well, you just never count him out, do you?
Never.
Even if the car isn't maybe perfect for him yet, his experience, his racecraft, and because they're so close on points, every single pass, every pit stop call, it's going to matter hugely for their championship position. Those fights could be the highlight of the race.
And circling back to Alonso and the pressure to score, beyond just maybe the car not being quite there, could there be other things going on, contributing to this pointless streak?
Oh, definitely. It's rarely just one thing in F1, is it? The car's pace is obviously a big part. Maybe the Aston Martin isn't a front runner consistently right now.
Sure.
But things like race strategy, reliability issues, maybe just some plain bad luck. It all adds up. You know, Alonso, with his understanding of how cars work, he'll be giving tons of feedback.
Trying to pinpoint the issues.
Exactly.
Right.
And like we touched on, maybe Imola, being a more traditional circuit, maybe it will suit them better. It could be his chance to finally get on the scoreboard.
Fingers crossed for him and his fans. What about Carlos Sainz then, sitting 13th? What are his chances looking like for Imola?
Well, Sainz has shown he can pull out strong results, right? 9th in Miami proves that.
Yeah, solid drive.
And Imola rewards driver skill, precision things. Sainz definitely has. So if Ferrari give him a decent car for this track, he could absolutely be fighting for good points. Especially, you know, home race for the team, extra motivation all around.
Okay, let's talk about the track itself for a minute. Imola, the Autodromo Enzo Edino Ferrari. Proper classic circuit.
Oh, absolutely. It's got such character, a really nice flow, but it doesn't forgive mistakes.
No runoff like some modern tracks.
Exactly. It's quite narrow in places, makes overtaking a bit tricky, but it's got this great mix, fast, sweeping corners, then more technical, slower sections. Really tests the drivers and the cars.
Always good to see it back on the calendar.
Definitely. It's got heritage, and it's just a proper challenge for everyone involved.
Right. So for all of you wanting to plan your weekend and catch every lap, what's the schedule?
Okay, here's the rundown in Central European Summertime, CEST. Friday, May 16th, free practice 1 is 1:30 m to 2:3 p.m. Then free practice 2 is later that day, 5:0 p.m. to 6:0 p.m.
Got it.
Saturday, May 17th, you've got free practice 3 from 12:0 p.m. to 1:0 p.m. And then the big one, qualifying, that's 4:0 p.m. to 5:0 p.m. Saturday afternoon.
That's the grid.
Yep. And then Sunday, May 18th, the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix starts at 3:00 p.m. CEST. It's scheduled for 63 laps.
Excellent. Now, the crucial bit. How can you actually watch the GP? We've looked into the options for different places.
Right, let's break it down. If you're in Spain, your main options are DZN, F1, and Movistar Plus A.
Okay.
For listeners in Colombia and Peru, check out Star Action and ESPN. In Mexico, it's FX Sports Mexico carrying the coverage.
Right.
If you happen to be in Chile, look for Star Action and FX Sports Chile. And for our audience down in Argentina, you've got Star Action, ESPN, and FX Argentina.
Loads of options there.
And for viewers in the United States, it'll be on ESPN. Plus, don't forget F1 TV Pro that's available in most of these regions, just not Spain, for live streaming.
Perfect. And look, for the absolute best live coverage, all the breaking news, reactions, analysis throughout the whole weekend, your place to be is F1 Blogs.
Absolutely.
They'll have real-time updates, expert insights, everything you need. So yeah, a big welcome to F1 Blogs. Consider it your essential companion for following the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix.
Definitely. F1 Blogs can be the hub for everything happening at Imola. You won't miss a beat there.
So just a quick recap then. Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, May 16th to 18th, legendary Imola circuit. Keep your eyes peeled on McLaren, Piastri, and Norris leading the way. Watch that super tight midfield battle. Leclerc, Antonelli, Hamilton.
And Alonso's quest for points.
Exactly. Can he finally do it? And remember, for all your live updates and deep dives, head over to F1 Blogs alongside all the TV and streaming options we mentioned for your area.
Yeah, and make sure you subscribe to the F1 Blogs channel. They'll keep you updated with all the Formula One news and analysis going forward.
Definitely worth doing. So let's leave you with this final thought to chew on. McLaren's form right now, it's seriously impressive. Are we actually seeing the start of a new dominant era for them?
Or can Red Bull, can Ferrari fight back hard on this challenging, historic Imola track?
What surprises might this place throw up? It could be anything, couldn't it?
It really could. It promises to be absolutely captivating. Can't wait to see how it unfolds.